I'm Bensy, and welcome to Loop Hero. I gotta knock out a 2-hour stream to finish out my stuff for this week. So I don't feel like playing Elden Ring right now, so we're gonna try this game. Alright, let's get started. The stars in the sky are going out one by one. But no one noticed it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there's still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. The sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. I'm in a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except for this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff, up in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. To change between adventure, traveling through the map, and planning, stop, press the X button. Hopefully I'll be able to find some place sheltered before nightfall, if night still even exists without a sky there, that is. Pay attention to the day progression bar at the top of the screen. New enemies usually appear at the end of the day. A living ball of slime. Quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Traveling, fighting, and most other actions are done automatically. The player can't affect them directly. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's an undigested weapon in the remains of that thing. So we hit the right trigger to go there, and we can equip an axe. A grove nearby. Are these my memories, or do they belong to the slime? And you go here to put your grove on the map. A forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few vivid images, and a bit of adrenaline, and I'll forget it all like a bad dream. I mean, I'll remember it like a bad... Damn it. Good thing nobody heard that. You get new items when you do battle. Some items are unique, like this one, which gives you a defense boost. And forests give you food, and rocks give you ore. And then we continue on our journey. When you get in, the game itself is a journey on a loop path. Only you will decide when it's time for the hero to return to the camp. Either you or the fangs and claws of your enemies, of course. You can retreat almost any time, but a special animation will let you know when it's safe to do so. That's the one down there in the lower corner. Press Y and retreat. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of these problems. Nice place to set up camp. This is when all resources you gathered will come in handy. Who would have thought? You can just enough wood and stones to make a campfire. What a nice coincidence. Build a campfire using the building function while in camp. Press the building button, so click here, and you need 1 wood, 1 stone. And if you look over here on the side, it says a hero restores 20% of their max HP every time they enter the campfire site. So we're going to build that there. And now we can do what we want. So if we hit B to go back here. So now we can get a filled kitchen, which is with 1 food, 2 stone, and 3 wood, which increases the campfire's healing factors and unlocks the Blood Grove card. Herbalist huts will unlock swamp cards and will let us have potions. And the smithy will provide the basic warrior gear at the start of everything, which you start as a warrior, and lets you craft tools. So as you play this, you try to unlock all of these things to expand the world to get you more things. Like right here, we only have this one. So we go to Expedition. Now, we don't have any of the other options that we'll eventually get with it, but that's fine. So now we start. This is our path. The path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and now it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Let's do it. All right. So here's what happens. At the end of every mission, when you go back to town, you will get rewards like these. Or the map resets itself. So we got Meadows. And Meadows heal 2 HP at the start of every day. And if they're put around certain objects, they will do what's called... they will blossom, which will give them even more. And they gave me rations. You need 12 rations to make 1 food. So now you go here and see now this one has bloomed, which gives me 3 every day. And now we have Noticeable Change, which has a 20 charge of this to get complete metamorphosis. Preserved Pebbles to get them to get rock. So, one of the things you want to do is you want to fill up around your campfire. When you call forth the boss, when you finally decide to go to the boss, if you look, there's this bar right up here. You can increase the speed. But if you look, there's this bar right up here. And every time you put something in, this bottom bar that has the skull on it slowly builds up to summon the boss. When it's all the way built up, you can summon the boss, but he will summon a bunch of different things right around your campfire to make it weaker. So you want to try to fill up this area so that he can't do that. We're going to put the ring on. They're the same, so there's no point. Meadow. Now, this is the lighthouse. Road lanterns, small spot of light in a grim world, reduces the maximum number of spawning enemies on the tiles around it, and they can stack. So if I put like another one over here, it will stack with this one. And then mountains are plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. So what I like to do with mountains is put them way out here by themselves so I can build around them. So we're going to put this here, and that will now give us more health. So if we do that, our health went up. The health bar is over here. It's right above this. And we're going to put the last meadow here. Now, this is a vampire. It adds vampires to the area as you go. So we're going to put it right here because it'll force the meadow to metamorphosize. And so now it's a 2-on-1 fight. Now, my personal thing is don't have more than one mansion up at a time. But technically you could. I could take this, put it right here, and then even put more behind it. I would just not suggest that. So now we've healed. I could leave, but I'm still not where I'm happy, so we're going to keep walking. And that's full gear for him. They can only wear one ring, the shield, a weapon, and the piece of armor. Now, this will give us a spider's lair, which has a chance of spawning a spider. We're going to put it right here. And now we have even more. So this ring gives us bonus pure damage, 2 points of pure damage, and 6% vampirism. And if you look over here in this box down here, it's all our stats. So we have our damage is 8 to 12. We have 2 points of pure damage, 6% vampirism, plus 122 max HP. Our defense is 4, and we get 12 HP every day. That's still the same. So now one of the things you can do is take meadows and put them around mountains to give you more stuff. We're gonna put a grove. Let's put it right there. Now, you might notice that I'm building a square, because I believe it's a 3x3 square of rock and mountains will give us a much bigger mountain. Ah, this is a goblin camp. It will cause goblins to spawn, and it appears for every 10 rock and mountains. And then there's more spider stuff, but I don't feel like putting that out. So this is a better weapon, so we're going to put it up there to get more damage. This is going to go here. And that forms this into the mountain peak, which gives me 121 max HP, 5% max HP for every adjacent mountain and rock tile, and spawns a harpy every 2 days. We're going to put another road lantern right there. Now, this is Oblivion. It lets us instantly destroy something. So I can come right here, and now that goblin place is no more. Now this is a nice one. A treasury has to be put in a place where all the circles, all the areas around it are blank. So I like to put them there, and then to get their bonus, you have to fill all the areas around them. Cemeteries spawn skeletons. Yeah, you can see a harpy coming out. And this is a beacon. 40% movement speed within its range, and 20% attack speed for everybody. But it's got to be put out pretty far. So I like to put them So now we're going to put that there. Equals the same. Now this gives me more max HP, but it doesn't have the pure damage bonus, so I'm not going to use it. Some other stuff that I've gotten. As you can see, I've gotten 1 preserved rock. I need 1 more to get the food. And we started getting branches. No. What do you mean, no? You want to save the world? You want to ask for our help? Our answer is no. How do you... But why no? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time, there have been an emptiness instead of the sky. But it doesn't stop us from seeing. Your saving of this world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way to save the world. That is why no one will ever join you. Fine, I don't fully understand it, but tell me your version. How do you see saving the world? By my prodigy and kin. May they live long and be strong. May they join the cycle of life and death. That is life. That is the world. I will kill you and feed your flesh to my starving younglings. and life will go on. And how many lives can your blade prolong as you kill again and again? Only one. I don't want you to die, and I don't want your children to die of hunger. Please, try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, the Harpies can have all the sky and all the hunting grounds they need. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. Farewell. I feel awful. By fixing one evil, I'm causing another. There is no home for harpies except in the highest mountains, but there's no food there. I can't even imagine how they managed to survive if their mountains were cut off from reality. You might notice that I'm not putting the second treasury up. There's a reason for that. Yeah, see, now when you're dealing with this much higher, 372 over the 159, losing the damage bonus doesn't really matter. So I have one food. No, we'll go ahead and retreat. I can't believe it. Hey everybody, the boy managed to return. Survivors, does that mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These few people are all that's left of our group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion based on the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. Each day we see the signs of other people's presence around us, but as far as we know, they don't exist and never did. It's like we forgot them. Forgot them? Exactly. It's as if people are disappearing every day and we instantly forget they existed, just like we forgot where we came from, and our families, maybe even ourselves. My name is Yota. That I still remember. Everyone else's memories are not much better. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait. You said I managed to return. That means you remember I was here? Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't keep wandering in the emptiness anymore. There's a campfire here and enough space for a few sleeping bags. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Of course you can stay. I'd be grateful if we could team up. I want to put everything right. I'm only beginning to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't get what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'll be glad if you could help us, and be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to follow you out there. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. We weren't joking about helping you. Here's a few things that survived the cataclysm and don't vanish. Don't become forgotten. Take it, you might need it. So I believe I was just given everything needed to make, yep, the field kitchen. They give you everything to make the field kitchen. And you have to select where you're going to put it. Right here's fine. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. What, you were waiting for some more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everything in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of good stew. So now when you come up here, you get 10% healing, like we said, and now blood groves exist. But if you hit the left trigger, if you get the items needed for this, which is 5 rations, 4 stone, 8 lumber, and I'm willing to bet those are 2 complete metamorphosis, you can upgrade. So you need 4 of these, 5 of these, some metamorphosis, which I believe are going to come from these, and 8 of the woods. And you can't upgrade the campfire. So now we can see more of the map. So this is our deck. We just got the Blood Grove. So this is how many max we can have. It says 2 and 2. Cemeteries and Grove. We can have between 5 and 2 of these. So if I grab this, it'll give me all of them. You can only have 2 of these. Rocks also count mountains and the meadows, and you can have up to 3 of these. So if there's ever one that you're like, hey, I don't want one of these, you come in here and remove it. You have between 7 and 12 cards. So we're going to get the Blood Grove. And you can build multiple different decks. But we'll do that later when we actually have more stuff. So chapter 1. Enemies have between 0 and 1 abilities. Enemy strength is negative 5%. Enemy strength growth is plus 2% per a loop. So every loop you do, they get 2% stronger. And the max amount of a resource is 10. Class Warrior. The class I'm playing is Warrior. The class that doesn't have any particular benefit or disadvantages has the highest durability compared to other classes. And I get 2% damage for each second of a fight. So the longer I'm in a fight, the more damage I do. And his additional class stats are pure damage, damage to all, regen per second, vampirism, attack speed, counter percentage, evasion percentage, and defense. So there is my character. So You want to get that because every time you do, you get the stones. Okay. So now there's that. Okay, this is the battlefield. Another new thing. Spawns a chest on an adjacent tile to each loop, but enemies on it become ghosts when they die. Here's my evasion. Now, so we're going to put that there. Now, blood groves have to go adjacent to a regular grove. And now, if an enemy in these areas is close to death, they will instantly be destroyed by the blood grove. But that does include you. That gives me pure damage over the evasion. I don't know. I like evasion right now. Excuse me. goes there. That goes there, and then... And yes, sometimes those are mimics. And that only gives me an evasion boost. That's weaker. That's better. Now, these are blood paths, which have a chance of blood clots forming on them. And here's this. Now, the empty treasury spawns a gargoyle every few days. I don't want gargoyles forming, so... And... See, that's the pain in the butt. You can't just drop another treasury there to... Slightly lower on evasion, but it gives you vampirism instead of... nah. All the same thing, but you lose the regen per second and you get defense instead. Gives me counter and evasion, but it's less than the outright damage. You know what? No, I think I'm good for this one. Let's retreat. Another success. You've returned, and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back. And I'd hardly call it a success, My old memories of the world were gone, the path was empty again, and there was only darkness everywhere I looked. Interesting. So technically, you remember that you forgot something. We could find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy up this place. Time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have people with all sorts of skills, from the cook to the alchemist, but each needs a place to work. However, we can't build anything with the local materials. You find a branch or a rock, turn away for a second, and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials that survive your trips always look suitable for building. But those are just pebbles and splinters. How can you build anything with them? Curious, huh? I realized it when I saw your campfire. The things you find seem to spread stability to similar materials and things. It's only a little change, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden fence exist without consistent oversight. So that's Metamorphosis. That's not the right color for the expansion. So it's something else. And then you can go look at your statistics. You haven't lost any resources. You're a keeper. You haven't been killed yet. Amazing. But let's see. Well, 2 more. That's metal ore to get the refuge, which unlocks the rogue. But if we can get 2 more food, we can get the herbalist hut and start getting potions. And then if we start getting metal ore, we can make the smithy. So we haven't changed anything, so So I'm just slowly building everything up. Back off, human. A vampire? Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. And hundreds of years of hunger. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I can keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its fill. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I am too weak, but you can help me, and I will set this crumbling world right. That's right. I'm doing this not for just myself, but for everyone, in the name of the created God of the greater good. Be so grateful for my hard work, and just let me bleed you dry. Vampires often owned our lands, and they kept the peace and helped our settlements prosper. But this won't do at all. Now they're just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently, blood of other creatures can't satiate them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures around him were enough with the powers to drain someone else's life. Hold on. Yeah, that's scrap metal. Where are we getting that from? Huh. Actually, let's let the goblins show back up. Yeah, that's not enough to... This might be my first death. Nope, I made it. Stop. Where do these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us all your things. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first? You can do everything you want when I'm done. Goblins must rob. No other order in the world. Fair enough. Guess I won't have any good objections to that. Oh, wait. I do have one. How about death? It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad and the world is trying to restore itself. That, or even the apocalypse, is enough to get rid of these pests. We'll do that for the regen per second. No, I need to keep the regen per second. And now we're going to retreat so I can stay alive. We'll put the herbalist right here. It's a miracle we could find some fertile soil, and by miracle, save some seed of precious healing herbs. But the real miracle is that all these healing poultices and balms still have some effect. We already lost many people because of the cataclysm. It would be nice not to lose more to any disease. And these potions can help you as well. Take a vial or two on your trip, and your chances of getting back in one piece will be much higher. And that's what you need to power it up, which gives you more camp item slots, 2% to potions healing effect, and you get 2 more potions to carry. So we're saving up some gold for this one and trying to get the rogue. See, right now we can carry up to 3 potions. We get 2 every time we loop, and it heals for 4% of my HP. And now we get the swamp. So I could turn off one of these. So we're going to turn off cemeteries. Oh, it went up. But we can still only have 12. So I don't want the spider cocoon. So we're going to turn spider cocoon off. And that's Loop Hero. This is literally everything this game does. So as you're playing, you build everything up. But we're going to end this for right now. I'm going to hop out and probably go to change to a different game. But this is fun, and if you're interested in seeing more of this, it's going on my YouTube channel. Let me know. There's a good chance I'll do this again. So talk to you all in a little bit. Bye.